this is Emma from Meeples Over Peoples. Today I am going to be playing a game called Mindspace. This game is a 1 to 5 player game that should take about 30 minutes. I will be playing this game solo today. To get set up for the game, a couple of things. You need a scoreboard, a brain board. I'm gonna play with my brain board on side B today, but there is a side A that you should probably start with. The difference primarily just being kind of how the brain sections are divided. There's a solo rules card, and then also a reminders card that are just kind of side reminders and information about how to play the game. There's also this row of shape cards up here. So there are 5 shape cards face up, 1 face down, and then a deck of cards that we will use to renew the shape row. I guess they're called pursuits, not really shapes, but I'm probably gonna call them shapes. I like to put tabs on the 5th, 8th, and 11th card just to remind myself to do the solo mode. So that will be going on, but this card out here also describes that. You also have to have 3 goals. You shuffle the individual piles of A, B, and C, and then pick a goal or draw a goal from the shuffle for each one. You want to make sure that you have your goal cards with both numbers face up. Throughout the game, as you hit the 5th, 8th, and 11th round, you will end up flipping the card over and only be qualified to get the lower end of the points. That simulates if you were playing the game with somebody else. Alright. To get started, go ahead and roll the dice. You are going to put the dice in numerical order, line them up with the row numbers, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we put all the dice that have 2 here, 3, and then 6. Throughout the game, you need to pick a shape to place within your brain. Each shape you can only play ones that have the colors next to them. So I like to start with blue. So I will be drawing this shape here into my brain. When you place a blue shape, it's a good idea to try to make it cover as many sections as you can. The blue color in this game represents self-improvement, and you start off on your scoreboard with 5 different numbers of negative score points that you will eliminate by building in these blue shapes so they don't count against you at the end of the game. So once you install self-improvement to all 5 sections of your brain, then you are no longer at risk of getting any negative points. So here we just put this blue shape in a way that it crosses 3 sections. This top right section, this middle section, and also this bottom right section. You can tell the sections because of the bold outlines on the brain. And then because we crossed 3 sections, we will go ahead and cross off the first 3 boxes on the scoreboard. Alright, we'll move on to the next turn. In between turns, you're going to take the last card, flip it, move the whole row down, and then expose a new card. We'll also re-roll the dice and replace them. Alright. You can place your first shape anywhere you'd like in your brain, but all of the shapes you place after that have to be connecting. And you cannot connect 2 of the same color together. So it's kind of strategically place and decide what you're going to go after that way. I think I'm going to go next for the green shape. Just go ahead and plan to put that in here. Then since I filled out a green shape, that represents finance. So I'll be able to cross off 1 coin here. We do get 1 coin pre-crossed off for us to start, so now we have a total of 2. You can use the coins to do special things like draw shapes, or draw additional shapes, fill in things, or use a different die other than what's set in front of a shape, or just fill in a black square, single black square. I'll explain that more once we get into it. All right. So part of what I need to do is fulfill this balance goal, which means I need 3 pairs of the same or different matching shapes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the opportunity to draw another one of these shapes since I already have one. And I'm gonna choose to draw it here. The purple color in this game represents hobbies. There's nothing for you to cross off on the scoreboard with the purple, but at the end you get points if your purple and your orange spaces are next to one another. So that will be our goal, is to get something orange next to that. Alright, and that might be our opportunity to now put in that orange. I do wish, well no, actually I'm gonna wait for it, because the way that I'd be able to put that in there, it'd only be one of the cells touching, and that's kind of pointless. So we'll wait on that, and instead maybe go for a mirrored shape here. So we could place a blue in a way that it crosses the other 2 sections, which is, I think, a good idea. So that will be a 2, 3, and a down. Right? No, a 1, a 3, and a down. So like this. Oh, we can't place it like that, so fail, erase, erase. Alright. You can put these shapes in any way, and sometimes I get a little backwards about that, but this is what I was trying to do. Is it like that? Alright, and then because this blue crossed this top left section, I get to cross off another one. I should have probably placed it in a way that it could have done both, but oh well, okay. So that is done. I think I am going to draw an orange in, even though it's not by this purple right now, but I'm going to plan to try to put a purple next to it in the future. The orange color in the game represents friendship, so friendship and hobbies are supposed to go together, but that's just for the end scoring. You still get to cross off a box for every orange shape you put down. And the more friends you have, or the more boxes you cross off, the more points you get at the end of the game. Alright, Alright, here's the post-it signifying the 5th round. So after this round we'll roll a dice and eliminate one of our objectives. Well, not eliminate, but just flip them over so we'll only get less points. Alright. So I do think I'm going to take the opportunity to get my last mirrored shape in. Take this pink. So go ahead and put it up here. Alright, pink signifies love. So at the end you get to count up points for every square of each like matching shape to the ones that you have in pink. So there's got nothing to cross off, but at the end there's a point. Points you can get for having matching pink shapes or matching love shapes. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and roll that dice for the end of the 5th round. So end of the 5th round, if you get a 5, you're supposed to flip over gold card C. So I was remiss and I did not put in my better score first, but I am going to do that because I did have those 3 shapes before I did that roll. So I'll go ahead and flip it over, and then going forward, you know, I wouldn't have been able to get the 9, but I did get the 3 shapes, or the 3 matching shapes before, because I have these 2 squares, these 2 weirdo guys, and these 2 long lines. So anyways. Alright, so on to the 6th round. Alright, I think I'm gonna go purple and just put that shape in. My purple shape is touching this orange shape, so I'll at least get 2 points there. Yeah. I do still need a blue shape down here, so I guess that's what I'm gonna go for. Is a 3. Oops. Not like that. Oh yeah, I can. I'll just have to do a like 3 and 2. And the reason I was saying I needed a blue shape down here was so that it would cross or be in this other section in the bottom left. So now I am able to cross off the last blue negative point. Our other goals that we need to be working on is getting a single color or 5 colors in one section to get this perfect day, and then also 2 rows or columns done. Alright. This will be round 8. We are losing our places where we can put in stuff. Probably should still try to put in, let's do another orange. We'll do it. Oh, I lied. We'll do it. Need to touch it, so it'll be here. cross off one more orange on the scoreboard. Yeah. Since it's the end of the 8th round, we'll roll the dice, and got a 4, which if it's an even, we have to flip over the lowest value unflipped gold card, which is the perfect day. So we'll go ahead and flip that over, and now we're only eligible to get 4 points for that card. We are close to getting that card. We have blue, green, pink. We need a purple and which we'll never get. So this one has orange, purple, blue. Maybe we can fit a pink and a green in here. Or strategically plan. Okay. Just have to keep going. See how that works out. We only have a few more rounds left. There's only 12 rounds in the game. See, now it would have been great to put the orange in, but I kind of boxed myself in here. There's not anywhere to put that blue C. We could put the green in, which is maybe what we'll do. Alright, now that we have two green shapes, we can cross off another C, and then that gives us a total of 3, so we can spend them now to place an additional shape. There aren't any good shapes right now, so I'm not going to do that this turn, but I am going to do that on a turn coming up. Or try to. 1, 3, 5, and a 1. So again, this one won't fit, this one will fit. We can fit that green in. Should probably do that. So, this is green, so if we could figure out how to get a purple and an orange in there, that would be great. I'm just gonna go for this hole right here. Put another 4 green, so that gives us another cent. Alright, so then we are allowed to place another shape. But we can't place the same shape we just placed. We can at any point place a 2 square in any color, so I think that's probably what I'm going to do with the extra shape placement. I'm going to go ahead and put in 2 orange here. And then my goal is going to be to try to get pink in here, because then this will be this bottom right section that will have all of those colors. So hopefully we have an opportunity in the next 2 rolls to place a pink. Oh, and then also because we placed that extra shape, we spent 3 coins. Oops, these are the 5s, this is the 3, this is the 6. 2. Okay. Alright. Oh, and then because we had placed another orange, we forgot to cross off our 3rd orange box there. I don't see any that I want to do again, so I guess I'm just going to place a 2 blue somewhere. Has to be somewhere where it's not touching. And then something else I have not been paying attention to is we need to be able to fulfill 2 columns or 2 rows. So yeah, I am going to use this last penny that I have here to do that and fill at least this row. It's not enough for me to get the whole thing, but alright, I still need to get that pink shape. The last roll. This pink shape is 4. We don't have 4 spots to put it in. Alright, I'm gonna place another 2 pink, and I'm gonna place it right here. And I'm doing that because at any time, I think you can play 2 shapes. You can always use any die color to draw one 1x2 instead of the shape on the card. So here I'm gonna draw 1x2 shape instead of the shape that's on the card. I place my pink. And that allows me to accomplish both the perfect day achievement, because now I have every one of each 5 colors in this bottom right section. And then I also accomplished the overachiever because I have 2 rows completely filled out. Here the blacks count against that, so so does the gray matter, but I don't have any gray matter in those 2 rows. And because oh no, so I did mess up, because after the 11th roll, I was supposed to roll the dice and flip the last goal. So that means I'll only get 7 points for that overachiever goal instead of the full. Yep, forgot to do that last piece. Anyway, okay, so now we'll go ahead and add up our score. The first box is given to you, or score for you, if you fill 1 entire section, and gray matter does count towards that. Right now we do not have any entire section filled. We probably should have went and got that filled out, and then we would have had that, but we don't, so we'll just be 0 for that. Then we'll go to fill out this second box. This is going to be a sum of the total points you got for the goals. So yeah, 20 there. Then we're going to go ahead and fill the hobby section. For this is the one we need to count all of the orange spaces adjacent to purple. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is all we got there. It does allow you to times that number by 2, so I'll end up getting 8. Here, you get the highest amount of points you have next goal crossed off. So we have 10 because we've crossed off the 0, 3, and 6. That is for our friendships. And then for our hearts, our matches, we need to evaluate our pink spaces. So we have this 4 square, we had another 4 square, so that's 4 points. And then we have a 2 here. So then that gives us these 2, which is another 6 points. Well, it's 4 plus 2, so you get 6 total. And then we also had a 2 shape up here. But I think you have to have a corresponding match for that to matter. So I think we just get a total of 6 points there. We crossed off all of our blue, so we get 0 negative. And now we have to count the most, whichever section of the brain has the most open spaces, that will count against us. So it looks like it's this top right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus 5. All right. Echo, what's 20 plus 8 plus 10 plus 6 minus 5?
20 plus 8 plus 10 plus 6 minus 5 is 39.
All right, so then we get 39 for our score. It's not the highest score I've gotten, but also not the lowest, so I do love this game. I think it's cool to be able to color in all these different shapes or pursuits with the dry erase markers. The rules are not too complicated. It did take me a couple games to start playing more strategically, I guess, but obviously that didn't work out for me fully this time, but my score would have been a lot lower had I not at least played with the scoreboard. I mean, I don't think you can be successful in this game by just picking shapes and popping them down. You do have to be able to figure out how to meet your goals and also take advantage of the scoreboard objectives as well. Not that I'm a pro, because I certainly am not. But anyway, thank you for playing this game with me. I hope to do another video soon. Alright.